This week on Black Scorpions Explore Tours, we're going to be taking a look at Richard Linklater's Boyhood, starring Eller Coltrane, Ethan Hawke, Patricia Arquette, and Lorelei Linklater. Here we are, opening location for the film Boyhood. Right behind me is where Patricia Arquette comes walking down.
Every day I read ads in the papers and come to the island.
She turns the corner to where she finds Mason Jr. right over here in this patch of grass.
I've got the lips of music.
Now this school is locked down, so we can't go in there. Mason Jr. right over there in that patch of grass. An iconic opening shot, I would say. Very much like Lost. You're up on that island and all of a sudden Mason Jr. opens his eyes and he's in Austin, Texas. But that's where it would have taken place, right there. Little Mason Jr.'s first home in Boyhood, 2014. Shot over a 12-year period here in Austin, Texas. This is the first house he lives in with his mother and sister. His boyhood home, if you will. Little Mason Jr. hangs out on the left side of the house. See, all the way through the backyard. You can notice over here that it says 6301. These creeks have been used for the opening shots as well. Those opening scenes where you see Mason riding his bike. Let's go see if we can find where they spray paint.
I hear that
Right underneath here, right down in these little gully washers. His sister would have come by looking for him, and she would have looked right down in here. She would have saw a little Mason Jr. friend talking to her. Just talking about, where's Mason? He would have been writing his little graffitis right down here. That's where little Mason Jr. would have done some tagging.
Hey, all right!
This was the pitch and putt scene for Richard Linklater's Boyhood.
Nice and natural. Yes! Go! All right. Give him 5. Good putt, son. Good putt.
Right out here. This is where Bill and Olivia decide to plant their new family, but sadly, those roots are watered in vodka. That's right, we're at Mason Jr.'s new family, new home. Sadly, Mason didn't have the best of time with his stepfather. Got his head shaved, and Bill was a bit of a bully.
You're gonna look like a man instead of like a little girl.
Bit of a drunk. But this is where the new family, new home scenes were shot. And this is the elementary school where Olivia drops off Mason Jr. right here at this elementary school after he gets his head completely shaved. Bill did this in a bullying type stepdad manner. Mason Jr. tells his mother that he tried to call her.
I didn't answer your phone. I'm so sorry. I've been so busy with school.
Olivia's going back to school. She's going to better her family and herself, better their lives. This is where that scene happens. Right here, Mason Jr. feeling bad because his head shaved and he doesn't even feel like himself anymore.
You're a Martian now.
This is where Bill brings Mason Jr. when he needs to get that liquor refilled. Olivia is trying to keep him from drinking. It's causing issues in their marriage, okay?
Olivia!
Seatbelts! Put your seatbelts on.
This is where King Liquor was filmed. Mason Jr. is brought here by Bill to get that drink on.
There's a tear in my beer, 'cause I'm crying for you, dear. You are on my lonely mind. Into these last years.
This was the filming location for that. Webster's Junior High. It is actually Nicholas S. Perez Elementary, but it's subbed in for a junior high because why not? A school's a school. Where was it? Webster Junior High, that's right. You're learning, and that is fundamental on Black Scorpion's Explore Tours. Another filming location, but the house which was here for that movie, it's no longer here. It's been demolished, so you may not recognize it. This was the scene where Mason Jr. is handing out Obama signs. It was a John McCain sign.
Go get that McCain sign, would you?
What?
Get the McCain sign. Go whip it up, come on. Get it, go. Good job. Proud of you, son.
He has a discussion with an older gentleman who's on this end. There's a Confederate flag involved.
Dick, there's a Confederate flag on this house.
It was a location that many couldn't find. I found it. You would never know, because it looks nothing like the house from the movie. Capitalism, the changing of Austin. Fun stuff. Words and gossip. Dark Bowl, Austin, Texas. Richard Linklater's Boyhood filmed here. Two what I would call semi-pivotal scenes happen right here at Dark Bowl. First, when you see them bowling, of course, that makes sense. Little Mason Jr. wanting to use those bumpers, but bumpers can't be used because that's for kids. You don't want no safety net. This is Dark Bowl. The other scenes that happen here are in the food court, and they happen years apart. There are things discussed that are of a political nature. You notice motorcycles are riding here. That's them working on getting their motorcycle license, okay? Sadly, Dark Bowl is no longer with us. This was actually filmed on the closing day of Dark Bowl. Who knows what it will become in the future, but once again, Austin changes. Who knows if it's for the good, who knows if it's for the bad. It's not for me to say, it's for us to say in the future. Mason Jr.'s third family home. This was where Olivia and Jim decided to live. Olivia divorces Bill. She marries Jim, a soldier. Come back from war, he's got a little PTSD. They discuss this quite a bit in Boyhood, from 9/11 to the Bush administration to soldiers returning home. We don't have too many problems from Jim with Mason Jr., but we get to learn about Olivia and Jim's relationship. Mason Sr. also has a little chat with Jim right in the little walkway right over here. Magnolia Cafe South. This is where Mason...
What are we even doing here at 3 in the morning?
You know what we're doing here? Queso. We have a purpose.
Hell yeah.
More queso?
Yeah.
has the discussion about queso. I am a native Texan and it's in our blood. Queso is important. We don't call it queso. That's what they call it up in Houston. We call it queso.
Nice shirt.